Hello, and welcome to Future Homestead Prep. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Today, we're diving into the world of backyard gardening, the perfect way to start your journey into homesteading. In today's video, we'll cover everything you need to know to get started with backyard gardening. Whether you have a large yard or just a small patch of green, this guide will help you grow your own vegetables, herbs, and flowers. So let's get started. The first step in backyard gardening is planning your garden. This might seem daunting, but with a little bit of thought, you can create a productive and beautiful space. Start by choosing the right location. Look for a spot that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day. Sunlight is crucial for most vegetables and flowers, so ensure your chosen area isn't shaded by trees or buildings. Once you've picked your spot, think about the layout. Draw a simple plan of your garden, noting where you want to place each type of plant. Group plants with similar water and sunlight needs together. For example, tomatoes and peppers love the sun, while leafy greens like lettuce and spinach can tolerate a bit of shade. Now that you have a plan, it's time to prepare the soil. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden. Start by testing your soil's pH level. You can buy a simple soil test kit at any garden center. Most vegetables prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil, with a pH between 6 and 7. If your soil is too acidic, add lime to raise the pH. If it's too alkaline, add sulfur to lower it. Also, consider adding organic matter like compost or well-rotted manure to improve soil structure and fertility. This will help your plants grow strong and healthy. Next, let's talk about choosing the right plants for your garden. As a beginner, it's best to start with easy-to-grow vegetables and herbs. Here are some great options. Tomatoes, these are a must-have in any garden. They're relatively easy to grow and very rewarding. Lettuce, this fast-growing leafy green, is perfect for salads and can be harvested multiple times. Cucumbers, another easy vegetable that loves the sun and can be grown on a trellis to save space. Basil, this fragrant herb, is great for cooking and pairs well with tomatoes. Carrots, these root vegetables are fun to grow and can be harvested in a few months. When choosing plants, also consider your local climate and growing season. Check the seed packets or plant labels for information on planting times and growing conditions. Now that you have your plants, it's time to get them in the ground. If you're planting seeds, follow the instructions on the packet for spacing and depth. Generally, you'll want to plant seeds about twice as deep as their size. For transplants, dig a hole large enough to accommodate the root ball. Place the plant in the hole and backfill with soil. When planting seeds, it's important to consider spacing. Overcrowding can lead to poor air circulation and increase the risk of disease. Follow the recommended spacing on the seed packet. For example, tomatoes need about 18 to 24 inches between plants, while lettuce can be spaced about 6 to 12 inches apart. Once your seeds are in the ground, gently water the soil to help them settle in. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. Seedlings need a steady supply of water to germinate and grow strong roots. Speaking of water, let's talk about watering techniques. The best time to water your garden is early in the morning. This gives the plants time to absorb the moisture before the heat of the day. Watering in the evening can leave plants damp overnight, increasing the risk of fungal diseases. When watering, aim for the base of the plants rather than the leaves. This helps prevent leaf diseases and ensures the water reaches the roots where it's needed most. A drip irrigation system or soaker hose can be a great investment for consistent and efficient watering. Now that your garden is planted, it's time to talk about maintenance. Regular care is essential for a healthy and productive garden. First, let's discuss weeding. Weeds compete with your plants for nutrients, water, and sunlight. Make it a habit to check for weeds regularly and remove them by hand or with a hoe. Mulching your garden can also help suppress weeds and retain soil moisture. Pest control is another important aspect of garden maintenance. Keep an eye out for common garden pests like aphids, caterpillars, and slugs. You can use natural pest control methods, such as introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs or using homemade sprays made from garlic or neem oil. Diseases can also affect your plants. Watch for signs of fungal infections, such as powdery mildew or blight. Remove affected leaves and plants to prevent the spread of disease. Good air circulation and proper spacing can help reduce the risk of fungal infections. Pruning is an essential task to keep your plants healthy and productive. Remove any dead or diseased leaves regularly. For plants like tomatoes, pinch off the suckers that grow between the main stem and branches. This helps direct the plant's energy into producing fruit. Now let's talk about the most rewarding part of gardening, harvesting. Each vegetable has its own harvesting time. For example, lettuce can be harvested when the leaves are tender and young. Simply cut the outer leaves, leaving the inner ones to continue growing. Tomatoes are ready to pick when they're fully colored and slightly soft to the touch. Cucumbers should be harvested when they're firm and green before they turn yellow. Harvesting regularly encourages the plants to produce more. Once you've harvested your vegetables, enjoy the fruits of your labor. There's nothing quite like the taste of fresh, homegrown produce. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing exactly where your food comes from and that it's free of harmful chemicals. And there you have it, a beginner's guide to backyard gardening. I hope you found this video helpful and that it inspires you to start your own garden. Remember, gardening is a learning process and every garden is unique. Don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with any questions or tips you have for fellow gardeners. And don't forget to subscribe to Intro to Homesteading for more tips and tutorials on gardening, raising livestock, and preparing for a homestead lifestyle. Thank you for watching, and happy gardening. See you in the next video.